Her friends had warned her. They'd told her countless times that dating a married man was a slippery slope, but she couldn't resist. Daniel was different. Sure, he was married, but his wife had abandoned him, leaving him alone to raise their beautiful baby girl. He was honest about his situation, yet there was a raw vulnerability in his eyes that mirrored her own. For a single mother, she understood his loneliness and yearned to fill the void. Their connection was immediate. They bonded over their shared experiences, finding solace in each other's company. He treated her like a queen, showering her with affection and compliments, making her feel cherished. Whenever he held her hand, a jolt of electricity ran through her, sending shivers down her spine. And the stolen kisses they shared were like a drug, leaving her craving more. She justified it to herself, convincing herself that Daniel truly loved her, that they were meant to be together. But beneath the surface, doubts lingered. Was Daniel really out of his marriage, or was he just good at making her believe he was? The whispers started subtly, little digs from his colleagues hinting at Daniel's wandering eye. Soon, rumors spread like wildfire, painting him as a serial cheater. People she didn't even know commented on her relationship with Daniel, criticizing her for being with a married man. But she brushed it off, choosing to ignore the negativity. Then came the day when everything changed. Daniel took her to meet his parents, presenting her as his savior, someone who understood him like no one else. His family doted on her, showering her with gifts and praising her. It was the validation she craved, the acceptance she'd always longed for. After all, wasn't this what her fairy tale was supposed to look like? But behind closed doors, Daniel's true colors shone through. He became possessive and controlling. Her phone was monitored, her outings restricted. Daniel wanted her all to himself, isolated from everyone. One night, during a heated argument, he uttered words that shattered her illusion. "You're just like my wife," he hissed, the words echoing the accusations that had haunted him since the divorce. "Always trying to control me," she recoiled, hurt and anger replacing the love she once felt. In that moment, she saw Daniel clearly, not as the charming widower, but as a man consumed by his own demons. She was just another conquest in his long line of affairs. Betrayed and disillusioned, she fled, seeking refuge in the only place she could think of, her mother's house. The familiar scent of home and the warmth of her mother's embrace brought back painful memories. She poured out her heart to the one person who truly understood her, her mother, Dawn. With tears streaming down her face, she recounted the deceit, the manipulation, and the heartbreak. Her mother listened, her heart aching for her daughter, and gently wiped away her tears. "You are not a home wrecker," she said, her voice firm with conviction. "You were betrayed by a liar. Don't blame yourself." The realization hit her then. She wasn't a home wrecker. She had been lied to, manipulated into a situation that had been nothing but a mirage. Filled with newfound clarity and strength, she packed her belongings, leaving behind the remnants of her failed relationship. The journey back to her own place was like a pilgrimage of self-discovery. With each step, she shed the weight of Daniel's lies, reclaiming her life and independence. As she opened the door to her apartment, a wave of relief washed over her. It was messy, but it was hers. There was no Daniel, no deceit, just her and the promise of a new beginning. The experience left scars, but it also forged resilience. She emerged stronger, wiser, and more determined than ever to create her own happily ever after. One that was built on solid ground, not on the shifting sands of deception.